Today we're going to talk about an alternative to painting suspension parts and this wheel well, and that is using flat black COSMOLINE RP-342. The best way I can explain the difference between using paint for your underbody parts and COSMOLINE is if you had a piece of wood outside, exterior wood like a picnic table or a front door, and you were to use polyurethane, yes, that would look real nice. However, after it dried and it sat in the sun for a while, it would chip, peel, and age. And again, it looks good, but it's going to chip and peel, and then you're going to have to sand that, strip it, and go back at it, working really hard to get another coat of polyurethane on there. Now, I'm just going to flip this over. On the other hand, this would be the paint. On the other hand, if you were to use a linseed or an oil finish, and the oil finish would closely resemble the RP-342. If you were to use this oil finish, this wouldn't crack, peel, or chip. And you'd put that on there. And then when it got a little bit older, and it looks good, it dries to like a semi-gloss, and it looks good. And as it gets older, it wouldn't chip or peel. If it did age, well, you'd just come back and add some more. And that's the same as this RP-342 COSMOLINE. After you get done with your parts and you assemble them, if you scratch them or mess them up or mar them in any way, you just hit it again with a little bit more. You don't have to sand it or anything, just put this right over the top. After sitting for a bit, that's the polyurethane and that's the oil finish. And I'd rather have the oil finish outside in the sun and in the elements, because if it does age, I can just add to it. On the other hand, if this peels and chips, you have to sand it, stain it, and polyurethane it again. Once the COSMOLINE is sprayed on, it doesn't come off. So we'll give these parts a couple coats along with the wheel well, and I'll be back. In case you're interested, I prepped all the parts by spraying some of this stuff on them first, then took the whole car to the car wash, shot it real good, getting all the grease and grime off, came home, had a bucket of hot water with soap in it, cleaned them all, and I also brushed the inner wheel well down and blew it off. You'll want to keep the COSMOLINE cans at room temperature or warmer. They spray a little bit better at that temperature. If it doesn't spray out fast enough for you, you can take this brand or any other brand of tip that has the same type, and this starting fluid has a bigger nozzle, so it sprays out a lot faster. The goal with using COSMOLINE instead of paint is to build a car that you can drive year-round without worrying about rust. I sprayed a new frame with the clear version of this product 2 years ago, and let me give you a few shots of that today. Here's the frame in the front on the left side. And this is in the back on the left-hand side. This is the back right-hand side, a little dirty, but no rust. And the right side in the front. Again, that was this product, the clear version, sprayed on that truck frame 2 years ago, and that truck was driven year-round on salted roads. If parts get scratched while putting them together, or you get a stone chip, just wash the wheel well and recoat at any time. And then just let that dry, and it's back the way it was. We're waiting on some new suspension parts before we put this together, but in the meantime, we'll do the other side. I hope you enjoyed this video on an alternative to painting suspension parts. If you did, and you'd like to get my latest videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.